SQL. Brian, hope you are here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. And I hope you have done the assignment that you were given last time.
Yes.
Now you can see that what this aggregate function have similar syntax. The only place we are changing is what? The function. The same way you wrote for sum. So the question we are answering here is that what? We are to, I'm using the data I used as at the time I was preparing this slide. This is still that salary what? Payroll, which is an employee what? Data set. So here I selected, select is an SQL what? Keyword. Now, because we are not selecting all, that's the reason why we did not display the word, the asterisk. Because we just want to select value in a particular column, right? So there is a column called what? Salary. Then from employee in this case is the what? The name of the data or the table. Okay? So now let's go and construct analysis question that we can answer with this. So using the same comment system, application of what? Average, AVG, our function in SQL. So let's look at live question. Which data are we working with? Where do we have head? We have it under pro, right? So let me use what? Let me use pro first. Let me use pro. Okay, so I'm in what? Pro database now. So from here, I'm asked to answer. Let me select the value there so that I will know which question I want to answer. I thought I called in that there was a data that's, okay, let me work with this. We're working with head, right? So let me say select. I just want to see what I have there. Select. I want to bring out all the values so that I can know. Various column. Column as well.
As in for the data set. You say you want to check.
No. I want to call out the value so that we can write the question that we want to answer with the average function. Select this from head. I mean, this is head. Here. Head here. Okay, so now from these values here, we are asked, write the question down. Analyze the total average of billing amounts. Analyze the total average for what? Billing amounts in the healthcare data set. So let me write it quickly. So we are to analyze the total average billing amounts. So this is the question. Now, the syntax will now be select the function, which is what? AVG. You can pick it from here. Now specify, let's select it with string, billing amount, right? Billing amount. Select billing amount. And I want to display it as, I want to give it a proper description as total. Let me also put it in the string as total what? total average billing amount. So I know what I'm representing with that. Then from, right, we must specify where the billing amount as the header is. From what? From health care. From health care. And then I'll end it. So let's output. So that this is what? The answer. This one, there's no condition. So we are now going for the conditional aspect of this now, just like the way you did it for the sum. So most of this, once you understand the basic principle, you can always expand it as you like. Now, let's look at what? Question that involve what? Condition with the same average. So now the question is that what? Analyze the total average billing amount where medical condition, right? Where medical condition is cancer. Where medical condition is cancer. So the syntax is going to be what? Select, right? Select using that same concept. Select what? Average. Select average billing amount, right? Billing amount. Billing amount. Billing amount as what? As average AVG cancer. Have you? Let me just use that to save my time. Then let me break it here. Where medical condition, how is it written? First letter. Yes. M is capital letter A. Medical condition. There's space between them now. Where medical condition is what? Is equals to, right? Is equals to what? Cancer, is this capital letter? Letter is, okay. Then from where? From health care. From healthcare data. So there's an error. So we have to substitute it now. Let's go back again. Select what? AVG, whatever, as what? This. From. So remember, this was the same what we noticed the other time. That is what? Or does it mean that there's a mistake somewhere? Maybe that was not a the semicolon issue, have we? Okay. Yeah. Good. We have to relocate it and bring it here. Okay. So let's run it. So perfect. So let's take note of these things. Anytime you should be able to know once it does not work, you should know that okay, maybe your order is wrong. So it wants you to specify the table before what? Defining what? The condition. That is what happened now. So let's quickly answer these two questions. If you want to add more, fine. 10 minutes to achieve that. How we proceed? Application of count function in data analysis using SQL. Application of count function in data analysis using SQL. So count return the number of rows in a table. Example, select. So this is what you are counting all. Once you are done right, let me know so that we can go and relate it. Can we? Okay, now let's look at the syntax. The syntax is a bit different. Look at it. This syntax, where you put only asterisk inside it, is all. Okay, thank God that you will understand. Good, thank God. So now let's go to our data now and go and write let's cite an analysis question with this. Application count function. Application of count function in SQL. So which question are we asking? What is the total number? Total number of what? Patients in the health care what data? In the healthcare what data? In the what? The healthcare data. So what is going to be the syntax? Select what? Counts, asterisk, from where? Okay, let's say what? As what? Total, sorry, I need to put my string. As total entries, right? Let me just use that. Total entries. Total, good. I think this one is more descriptive. From the same healthcare data. So there are what? Tell me there are more too. This is about what? This is 22,000, right? 870. 870. Have we outputted or has just continued? Okay. Now let's apply condition now. Let's say we are counting for that same cancer only. Let's apply it in conditional way. So what the question will be, let's do it together. Count what? Count total patients. Patient where medical condition where medical condition is what? Cancer. So the formula, the syntax will be what? Select, count. Now you are not putting that asterisk again now. We are selecting that particular header now, right? Which is what? Medical what? Condition. Medical condition. Medical condition as total. No worry, I'll come and put this through. Total cancer patient. So let me just put. Then remember the syntax the other time. We call the data set from healthcare. From healthcare, where medical condition where medical condition is equals to what? Let me use this inverted since I'm using this to avoid conflict. Is equals to cancer, right? Then end it. So I have it. They are what? We have 3,769 what? Cancer patients. Now, don't forget that if you are to do real analysis, you have to do comparative analysis. After outputting this one, now you are going to do now. Output for different, how many medical conditions do we have there? Cancer, obesity, and what again? Okay, you have to do for two. Let's compare. Let's assume that there are decisions that need to be taken by knowing the total patient, total cancer patient, and total obesity patient. So let's do for both so that we can compare. So the maximum, so this can actually answer a valid question. It returns the maximum value in a column. So example, the syntax select what? Mass, that's the function. Then define the column, and identify the data. You have that. So let's quickly go back to our data. So let's assume application of maximum function in SQL. The question, what is the maximum billing amount? Billing amount. What is the maximum billing amount? So to answer it, select mass billing amount as highest billing amount. from healthcare. So the highest billing amount is this. So let's say we want to make it conditional also. We want to select the highest what? Another question. What is the highest or maximum billing amount where medical condition is where medical condition is causing cancer. The answer, the syntax will be select mass billing amounts mass billing amounts from health care where medical condition is equals to cancer. That is it. So if I want to add, and now we also say what? And, so let's say not just this, we also say and age. Do we have age in that? We have age, have we? What are the age?
You can see where the age is greater than.
Okay, so where age, sorry, an age is what? Greater than 50, have we? So I have to remove my, since I want to continue, I have to remove my, here age is, you can add again and depending on you.
And then like what to do.
So you can see it now. And what? Okay, we should make it 3. And gender equals to female. And gender, is it sex or gender?
Gender.
The first letter is total letter. Gender is equal to what?
0.
Is it spelled full or?
Male. F-A-L. First letter. Capital letter.
This is it. Can go like that. So all this was you understand the basic syntax, you can always expand your own convenience type. You can make them complex by yourself. copy the syntax, answer the same two questions. You know, the one is for all, the other was condition, just like the way you did it for maximum. So I do that as your classroom before we conclude with the last one there, which is grouping. This is not the one you are writing now. Have you written it? That one available? This is one you are writing. Is a function. Whatever header you start with is the header with the criteria for the grouping. And you must end with it. It's the one you are giving to the world, to the group by. You can see that I stated it here, and then after the group by is the same header. So just take note of that. For example, now if you want to summarize basic salary against department, so your department will now be what? The group by what? Heading that contain the unique department. Then your basic salary will now be here that contain the values you are aggregating. And then your group by will now decide, okay, which of the header selected, because here you select one header, here you selected what? Another header. So let's quickly go and apply it. And then we say bye-bye to SQL. Go and start exploring. Application. Of group by. Application of group by function in SQL. So like I said, it is used to summarize value against categorical value. So what is the question we are asking here? What is the total average, right? Total average. Remember I said it can be what? Sum, it can be count. So I'll do this one you do for all of them. Do for count, do for sum, probably for average. What is the total average per what? Per the medical department. Sorry, medical condition, right? Medical condition. Or blood type. So anyone, let me use this since I've already typed it. So what was the syntax? Select the group by what? Header, which is what? Medical condition. Let me follow him. Medical condition, comma, average, follow. Average is what? Billing amount. Abi? Billing amount. Then, if you like, I can put other description as, but I want to cut off all those. Now, from health care, then group by rule by medical condition. Medical condition. So if I run it, so you can see it now. So it will call out all the words, unique words, medical condition, and aggregate all their value against it. So your own now, you are doing it for count. All you need is just to change the place of average to what? Count, sum. Then you can also add condition. Hope you know that. Where, therefore that you are grouping, you can see, so, okay, what to determine? Maybe where the same billing amount is greater than or is what? Is less than. Those are the only value that to aggregate.